understand that when a jurist takes the bench, you hope you don't have to make a decision like this. But we know that Your Honor has paid close attention. You've considered the law, you've considered the facts, the evidence, and you're going to render the decision that you think is just. Um, Obviously, it's either sentence is a terrible sentence. The sentence of death is worse in that if there is a mistake along the way and we can't correct that mistake, we can't correct the sentence after it's imposed. We'd ask that the court consider the um, three statutory mitigators: the capacity of the defendant to appreciate the criminal nature of the conduct or to conform that conduct to the requirements of the law, substantially
Hi,
impaired.
guys.
Obviously, you've heard testimony that he consumed quantity of controlled substances. He described it to the officers, said it basically made him almost insane. Defendant requires specialized treatment for mental disorder that is unrelated to substance abuse or addiction or for a physical disability, and the defendant is amenable to treatment. We don't know what kind of treatment that's going to be on death row. We know that he needs treatment. There's testimony to the fact that he's been on treatment. He's been on the same treatment throughout his stay in the Department of Corrections and in the Lee County Jail. He needs that medication. He needs that treatment. Defendant cooperated with the state to resolve the current offense or any other offenses. I'm sure the court recalls that Mr. Wilson provided a statement to law enforcement. At the time he provided the statement, he was not aware that they had located the second victim. He was doing that in an effort to assist the victim's family. They had already located the second victim, but he didn't know that. He provided them with details that, but for his statement, they would never have known. We have non-statutory mitigating circumstances. Defendant was born to drug-addicted teenage parents. The defendant's biological mother suffered mental illness. Defendant's mental illness presented at age 12 and was precipitated by puberty and substance abuse.
Good morning, Sharon.
Defendant was diagnosed bipolar disorder and I call it schizophrenia. That's a little bit different diagnosis.
Look at him smirking.
Defendant is loved by his adoptive parents, Candy and Steve Wilson, who has provided a statement.
Yes, they did.
Defendant is loved by his sister, which was reflected in the statement read to the jury. Defendant was profoundly affected by being abandoned by his biological parents.
Everybody was loved by their sister, by their parents. Get out of here with this bullshit.
He's been a loving son to his adoptive parents, as reflected in the statement read earlier today. I remind the court that the jury's recommendation was 9-3 for one victim and 10-2 for the other.
No fucks.
Under their previous statute.
Hi, Lauren Marie.
That would have required this court sentence my client to life.
Yes, Bambi, you can.
Likewise, I would remind the court that Mr. Wilson has been waiting trial for a long time. The unfortunate death of his previous counsel prolonged the litigation and impacted Mr. Wilson greatly.
Oh, my God.
I point out to the court, lastly, obviously the court has received, and I know that you haven't read them because I have received notification from your office that these letters have been received by your office, but I know that the court would not read an ex parte communication, that the letters have been sent back to us, but obviously there are people that have been pleading for Mr. Wilson's life and for the court's mercy. There are some 40,000 people that have signed petitions to that effect.
Smirking, exactly.
We'd ask the court to take into consideration that death is permanent.
Oh, I hope not,
Death
Debbie.
is different. And we're asking the court to impose 2 life sentences for Mr. Wilson.
2 life sentences. Really?
Steve.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon.
I'd like to point out, and I agree with defense counsel, that death is in fact permanent. Christine Melton was 35 years old. Diane Ruiz was 43 years old. Both of their deaths were permanent. Back in June, when this court heard the facts and circumstances of this particular case surrounding the deaths of Ms.
He
Melton
did those tattoos
and
on
Ms.
purpose to make
Ruiz,
it look like he just smirked.
this court should have learned that this case was nothing more than power, control, and violence that led to murder. Mr. Wilson's decisions were not only pitiless and consciencelessness, but they amounted to tragically reducing Miss Melton as well as Miss Ruiz to nothing
He's
more
smug.
than memories and photographs to not only their families, but also to their friends. The only reason why that happened was because they both encountered Mr. Wilson. The state, back in July, went ahead and prepared a sentencing memorandum for the court to consider. The reason why the state did that, Judge, was because the state wanted the court to be aware and point out specifically the facts and circumstances supporting the aggravating circumstances and factors that the jury considered in this.
I don't know,
case,
Marcia.
and that the jury specifically found proven beyond and to the exclusion of
Gwen.
every reasonable doubt. Specifically, the jury is the one that found that Mr. Wilson was previously or contemporaneously convicted of another capital felony or of a felony involving the use or threat of violence to the person. That particular fact, an aggravating factor, was established throughout the course of this trial by virtue of the verdict that was rendered by this jury when they found Mr. Wilson guilty of both counts of first-degree felony murder and first-degree premeditated murder. Secondly, Judge, the jury found beyond to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt that the capital felony was committed by a person previously convicted of a felony and under a sense of imprisonment or placed on community control or on felony probation. Once again, this court, as well as this jury, received testimony, not only by virtue of receiving certified court roll prints, a certified copy of conviction as business records, but also received the testimony from our crime scene tech who conducted the fingerprint analysis and determined that Mr. Wilson was in fact one and the same of the individuals who was convicted of two felonies, that being trafficking in stolen property and false information to a pawnbroker on the 18th of September of 2019. That was less than a month
Congratulations.
before these murders occurred. That was established beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt, and the jury concurred unanimously on both of those. Capital felony was especially heinous, atrocious, and cruel. Judge, this particular factor screams for justice.
Screams for justice.
The homicides by which Miss Melton and Ms. Ruiz
Let's hope
died
so,
at the
Alan.
hands of Mr. Wilson sets this case apart from normal capital felonies because, once again, it's conscienceless and it's pitiless. And it's unnecessarily
stand looking at him.
torturous to both Ms. Ruiz as it was to Ms. Melton. You heard about the fingernails being broken, the many bruises to their body, of the face, the swollen eyes, the contusions, the bruising all over the torso and arms, the hemorrhages on both sides of the neck, the scalp bruising, the contusions to the lungs, contusions to the liver, to the back of the bladder, to the colon. Her brain was swollen. That was just Miss Melton.
Damn.
And then we have Miss Ruiz. She had the fracture of the nasal bone, the laceration to her left breast, her bruising on both sides of her body, the bruising on the back of her left forearm and on the back of her left hand, the fracture of her fourth finger, the bruising on her right arm, the contusions on her upper back, the hyoid bone, the trachea cartilage being broken, the multiple rib fractures in the front and to the back. And then we have the hemorrhage on the back of her neck. And then you couple that with the fact that Mr. Wilson went ahead and placed his hands around the necks of both of these women and allowed their lives to slip through his fingers.
Look at him. I knew he
Both
was
of
going to
them
do
knew
that. He's reliving this shit.
They were going to die.
He has no remorse.
The jury found that particular factor, Judge, unanimously, as to both Miss Melton and Miss Ruiz, that it was heinous, atrocious, and cruel.
There is no redeemability in this man.
He overpowered them, he controlled them, he silenced them by placing his hands around their neck. Judge, we submit to you that factor should be given extremely great weight. And lastly, Judge, the aggravating factor of it being cold, calculated, and premeditated. The jury found, beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt, unanimously, that this aggravating factor
What is he looking
applied
at?
to Miss Diane Ruiz. That evidence that was presented
He
beyond and to
rolled
the
his
exclusion
eyes.
of every reasonable doubt, you heard and was corroborated by the evidence in this particular case, statement that was given by Mr. Wilson himself.
I
Asked
played
her
some of them
where the high
cornhole.
school was, and if she could show him. He said that once he got her into the car, they'd drive to the school.
And they put her there on purpose.
He was going to drop her off, but he knew in his mind he wasn't going to do it. He started choking her because she started to get out of the car. You could tell that she was getting scared. He saw the fear, and then when she would not die, he pushed her out of the car and repeatedly drove over her and then attempted to dispose of her body in an empty woods lot.
Every time, look at him. He's licking his lips. He's enjoying
That
this.
is what is precisely the sort of heightened premeditation
Let me
that's
put this poll
contemplated
up.
by that specific factor. And we would submit to you that that particular factor also carries great weight. Mitigation that defense counsel has presented to this court, we would argue, counts for little weight. Not only that, but it's contested, Judge. It's controverted. Everything defense counsel has presented on behalf of Mr. Wilson, whether it be head injury, whether it be psychological issues, whether it be, family matters, all of that has been controverted. It has not been
Florida.
substantiated. There was
Exactly,
no
Miss
history of brain
Sweet Tooth.
injury. It's not documented in any of the medical records. You heard here today Dr. Rubino's testimony. You heard counter testimony from Dr. Coyne. All of his scans were normal. Neuroimaging studies, both pre and post arrest, indicate normal brain scans, although he'd have you believe that he had injuries to his brain. That is not anywhere in the record. As much as he'd like for you to believe it to be so, it is not. The review of the incarceration medical records do not indicate any type of cognitive problems whatsoever, Judge. You heard testimony by Dr. Eisenstein. That was controverted by Dr. Hercom.
That was this morning.
Dr. Eisenstein even went so far as to present evidence as related to the Dallas Kaplan, function system. He tested averagely, Judge. He wants to talk about references to his memory, talking about that he has issues with short-term memory. That's not true. He has an ability to recount events when he wants to.
Yes, he does.
He has an ability to tell stories. He has an ability to make you believe something that isn't true. And interestingly enough, Judge, the neuropsychological testing results are not consistent with any type of neurocognitive disorder. Even Dr. Eisenstein's own tests established that the defendant's executive functioning, the frontal lobe capability to be within normal range. Judge, you haven't heard anything in this particular case as far as any sort of mitigation
Their mics are
that
terrible.
would outweigh any of the aggravating factors in this particular case. The aggravating factors should be accorded such great weight, Judge, that they were proven beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt as to counts 1 and 4 in the indictment as specifically found by this jury. They, Judge, support and are sufficient to warrant a sentence of death. And they are not diminished by the mitigating circumstances and are sufficient to warrant the sentence of death. And as such, Judge, the state would respectfully request this court to recommend and impose the sentence of death upon Mr. Wilson, because not only is it deserved, but it's earned.
It's earned. He has earned this.
Anything else?
Now they're going to take a
So this will
recess.
conclude the Spencer hearing unless there's any other testimony or evidence that either side would want to present, especially the defense. Procedurally, my understanding is that we would take a recess at this point and then come back. And at that point that the state would want to present victim impact testimony or no?
Your Honor, I've spoken with the victim's family, and they would like to rely on what was stated at the actual trial.
Okay, so then this would be the final opportunity for the defense to present any other mitigating circumstances for the court to consider prior to coming back and issuing a sentencing order. Is there anything else that you want
We
to?
have nothing else, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. And Mr. Wilson, again, your opportunity, if you wish to address the court, you may. No one can force you to. No one can force you not to. Is there anything you would like to address with the court? Okay. Then we will be in recess. It's 2:20 now. I'm going to spend some time on the sentencing order. So we will come back here at 4 o'clock,
Damn.
and I'll present the sentencing order at that time.
Okay.
Oh, another question before we go. I apologize. I know the state presented a written sentencing memorandum. Did the defense? I know you presented orally your
Right, no.
sentencing arguments. Was
Right.
there anything else in writing that you
No,
wanted
sir.
to present?
Thank
All
you.
right. There was a PSI done. Did you all receive the pre-sentence investigation report?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And for sentencing purposes, I know that there were other charges that the jury found the defendant guilty of. If you would prepare any statutorily mandated fines, fees, or costs that are associated with those charges, do you have that? If you don't, that's okay.
I can't recite those, Judge. That's not a problem. I do
Okay.
have a score sheet as it relates to those additional charges as well.
Very well. Have you shared that to the defense?
Yes, Judge, I have.
Any objection to that?
No, sir.
I'll accept that.
Thank you.
All right. If there's nothing else for the court to consider, then we will recess and I will prepare a sentencing order and come back here. Said what, 4 o'clock.
Thank you.
We'll be in recess.
Okay, so they're going to recess. I'm going to pause this, but we're going to listen to a jailhouse call. Now, when they did the Spencer hearing this morning, there was a psychiatrist that was showing that there was no damage to the brain. Oh my God. Thank you. No problem. Let's listen to one of these phone calls. This is between him and a guy named Joey. Okay, let me drop this. And I'm going to have to come back. He said 4 o'clock. So that'll be 1 o'clock my time. I will be back because I was looking and looking and looking, and it wasn't on the docket for court TV. So I was like, oh shit. So then I saw it was just Law and Crime. I saw Fox was supposed to carry it, but they were only doing live updates via what is it? X. So I was like, okay, this is not going to work. But As soon as it popped up on my thing, I said, oh, I don't have time. I just need to go live. So let's listen. Thank you so much, Daisy girl. Let's go listen to one of these jail calls that he had with Joey. I'm going to put something up because this is coming from phone calls from prison. And I don't want to get hit, which I don't have any kind of strikes, but still, I don't want to get hit for anything. So here we go.
Hey, Joey.
Hey, babe.
Hey, how are you?
Sorry. Not feeling that great. I'm just in bed, sir.
Wait, hold on. Let me turn the phone up. I can't really hear you. Hold
Sorry,
on.
no, it was me. It's me.
Oh, okay. Let me cover my
Yeah,
other ear. They
sorry.
got the damn TV in here turned up like loud.
Yeah, I'm sorry, babe.
What happened?
He said, I'm sorry, babe. Now, this morning, the step parents, Cindy and the adoptive parents, said, please don't kill our son. We love him. We know that he can be redeemed. No, he can't. He killed one and then he killed another. So no, he can't. And this was all in one day, in less than 12 hours. Well, yeah, 12 hours.
I've been sick and then it comes and goes, but I'm in bed right now, so.
Oh, you're in bed right now? Do you want me to call you back at a different time?
I know. Yeah, I want to talk to you, but yes, I want you to call me back for both.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. I was actually about to get in the shower, so I can I can call you back.
Oh, can you come do that here?
Yeah. What time is a good time for you?
So you shower at my house right now.
Huh?
I said, can you shower at my house?
I think
Oh
I
my
need
God.
to. I think we both need to.
Your whole body would be fucking pain. Can I please get out the shower? How you doing, baby? Hey, how's
I'm doing
your
good.
day?
I'm doing good. It's been okay. Sometimes
Yes,
I go
I
in
saw
and
that
out. You know,
convo.
like when I think about you, though, it makes everything a lot better. But
Thank you, but yeah, babe,
yeah,
like you're allowed to tell me when you're having a shitty fucking day, brother. Okay?
yeah.
Please.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes like today was okay. Like honestly, you know, like when I exercise and I work out, like of course I feel better. You know, I get everything flowing a little bit.
He has no remorse for what he's done. He's laughing, flirting with this old ass man. Jesus Christ.
And actually, I just got done working out like 10 minutes ago, and then I was thinking of you, and I was like, okay, I have to call him. Like I want to call him so bad and hear his voice. So you know, I did. Yeah, no, thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, no problem.
We're getting married, man.
We're getting married, baby.
Yeah, that's funny as fuck. Fuck everybody else in the world, dude.
Hey, listen, are you still feeling sick or what? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, it's coming and going, and then today's just not a good day right now.
I understand. Yeah.
I got like 3 or 4 loads of laundry to do, and I love doing laundry for some reason.
Doing laundry?
Yeah, I love laundry. Yeah,
okay.
I love
well, Joey, can I tell you something? That's really good because when I get out there, I hate laundry. I'm not a big laundry fan, like of doing it.
And you know what? And you're especially going to be because JT will be like, hey, I know you ripped off 18 outfits, but that's all I got.
You just met this guy.
Oh man. Yeah, but no, go ahead. What were you gonna say?
No. I'm nothing. Man.
Oh, listen, babe. I turned in my my form for my pizza, baby.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I gotta put money in, right? In the books.
Yeah, whenever you can.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, they don't. I don't think they take it out today, but it's better to do it so that they, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But I already turned in the form. I just wanted to let you know.
Yeah, so he can
And,
put money in his books.
What's the website where I put the show in?
It's hold on.
I know I've done it before, but I just can't think of it right now.
It's Connect Network.
Network, yeah.
Yeah, Connect. And then you might need my. I think I sent it to you on the message, one of our messages, like my ID number. But you could probably. I'm sure you can look that up.
Yeah.
That's not very hard to find out. Hey, and you read my message where I told you that I wrote the chaplain, right? I told you I'm serious.
Yeah.
You asked me, am I serious, Joey? Yes, baby, I'm serious. You asked me if I'm serious. Yes.
He wrote the chaplain.
You know what
He wrote the chaplain about them getting married. He's killed 2 women, Joey. What makes you think he's not going to snap with his brain injury and kill you too? Get out of here.
You know what I was scared of? I was scared that maybe you were just out having so many drinks and such a good time that you were feeling.
No.
You know what I mean? Like maybe you wanted to, but then
Dude, I'm sorry. It's so fucking stupid and weird, but I'm in love with you. So I don't.
I'm
I don't
my
give
God.
a fuck. Man.
But
I
is it-
don't give a fuck, man.
I don't give a fuck either. I give a fuck that you're in love with me, but I don't give a fuck what
Yeah.
anybody has to say about it.
And how it happened and whatever the fuck. I don't care.
And listen, you know, like, okay, like this is what I was gonna tell you. Okay, hold on. All the friends that I have, like on the outside and stuff like that, down in the Keys and here and other places, like some of them know that, like, you know, that you know who I am. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah.
real me.
Yeah.
Not all of them do.
Yeah.
But some of them do, and really, it's, you know, they honestly, Joey, they don't judge me, you know, and they never really, they never did, man. They never did.
Let's call your real friends. So.
That's called a real friend, you know.
But did he tell Joey he's talking to the ex-girlfriend, Melissa, and he's telling her the same thing, that he wants to marry her, and that's just to keep her from testifying in when he was going through all of this? Did he tell that to Joey? I doubt it.
Like,
Yeah,
seriously. Yeah, that's called a real friend. God, I'm trying to listen to you. We got this guy in here in our
He
in our
told
dorm. That's
Joey?
fucking- There's always that one guy that yells like,
I don't care right now.
Huh? you heard him, right?
I don't care what it, I don't care.
It's always listen, and I'm not listening, Dave. And I'm not being like racist or anything when I say this, but it's always a black guy.
Yeah.
They're always
I get it. I know.
top of their lungs.
And if it was me, I'd be like, stick your dick in his mouth. See if that'll shut him
He's
up.
not being racist, but these black guys, they always out to the screaming to the top of their lungs, but he's not being racist.
Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah.
Why would you have to preference that?
Hey, listen,
that
I'm sorry that you're feeling bad. I really
could have just said the black guys in here are always screaming at the top of their lungs. But to preface that sentence with "I'm not being racist" tells me you're racist, and the fact that you have a SWAT sticker on your face tells me you're racist.
Yeah, man, I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry that you're feeling bad. I hate it.
Oh, okay, but he didn't tell Joey. That's what I was asking.
It will be good because I'd probably, like today, I love doing laundry, but I'm going to walk back there and do laundry.
You love doing
that. I'm just tired as fuck.
Yeah. Hey, listen, what's your favorite laundry detergent?
I like here if it was tied and this thing.
Okay.
But I put all the shit on that. If I'm, especially with my job, I put like anti-grease stuff on, like the little spots.
Yeah.
Everything.
Okay.
But I think in the future, I'm pretty sure it's called shit. What's that stuff called? You come in my mouth. Yeah. There you go.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, listen,
Yeah,
you know what you told me that really turned me on and makes me, all right, listen, when you told me on one of our messages, you said that that you haven't, when I told you that I wanted to fuck your face and wanted you to swallow me, that you haven't done that in a long time. And
no, dude, I don't think that's enough. So.
Yeah, you told me, I know, and that I like that, and I really want you to do that for me really badly. And yeah, fucking right. And it kind of drives me a little crazy that I'm gonna be in here for a little bit longer and can't do that. But
really?
Hold on one second, Joey.
Go ahead.
Oh my God, I forgot about this call. I really forgot about the shit that was said. Call 2 is a little worse, but I forgot about this. Oh God. Okay. Let's listen to call 1. And then when I come back, we'll finish listening to call 1. And then when I come back, we'll do call 2 before we go into sentencing. So I'm going to set it for 12:50. well, 12:45, and then we'll be able to listen to call 2 before court is back from recess.
Sorry, somebody was asking me if they could go in the shower.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You tell me up for $1.
Huh?
You tell me up for $1.
For $1?
So babe, so babe, so
What's up, babe?
I've never done this, like,
Yeah.
but can't we start like maybe whatever in a few weeks? It's not a big deal, not today or something, but can we start like video chatting and stuff?
Can we start video chatting?
Yeah, is
Is that
a
what you said?
possibility, right?
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, of course we can. Remember,
Okay.
I have to. Of course, I'm going to be in here for a long time, so we're supposed to, you know.
Yeah.
I can. Yeah, listen. At the end of this month, I'm going to be able to change my dissertation list, and that's when I can put you on there and then turn it in, and then it should take like a couple days, and then you'll be approved, and then you can set it up online for us.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course Of course we're going to do it. You don't even have to do it. That was silly that you asked me that. Of course we're going.
I know, but babe, I know it's just like, come on, I'm not feeling that very good right now.
Yeah.
So, do I need some money in your Connect here or whatever thing right now? Because I'm sorry, I have some cash in the bank, but if not, I gotta go get it. Hold on.
Okay, baby. Yeah, that's fine. Take your time. I completely
Yeah, cash in the bank.
Yeah, no, but it's not. I just want to make sure in the morning I can do it. I'm just like right now. I'm saying that I'm not leaving bed right now. So like,
yeah. No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay. So I want you to have pizza. I want you to have everything else. So,
okay, baby.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to tell you.
Yeah, tell me.
I love you, man.
I love you too, Joey. Very much.
I really do.
I love you too so much.
Bottom of the fucking heart, okay?
Okay.
So I'm gonna go back to bed. My dick's so hard, so I'm gonna whack off first. Are you? And then I'm gonna go to bed.
Hey, Joey, guess
you
what?
make my dick so fucking hard.
Oh my God, he said his dick is so fucking hard. Oh God.
And guess what, Joey? We're getting married. We're getting
I
married.
know. Yep.
I love you too.
I love you. All right, baby. You have a good night. Call me later if you can, okay?
Okay, Joey.
All right, love you.
Love you too. Bye.
Okay. That is phone call 1. Jesus Christ. That is phone call 1. So I don't know whether to, but you know what? I'm going to leave the stream going, and I'm going to mute my thing, and then we will be back. Or I can set up another one. I'll just set up another one as soon as I get off, because I don't just want to leave it running. So I will set it up for 12:45. We will listen to call 2, and then they should be in for recess because it's 4 o'clock for them. It'll be 1 o'clock for me. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh my God. So I will see you guys back here at 12. It's prison corn. So I will see you guys. I will see you guys back here at 12:45, and I'm gonna set it up right now. But yeah, the poll, I put up a poll. I said, should Wade get the death penalty? 93% of you said yes. 7% said no. So let's see what happens. I will be back, and I didn't get a chance to do a thumbnail or anything, so I will have to fix this. Talk to you guys later. See you soon. Bye.